Happy Sunday, everybody. Welcome to another Minhunter Comics claim sale. Hello, hello, hello. Today is definitely going to be a bit of a shorter one. I typically bring about 6 long boxes to do a claim sale. I actually only have like 2.5. So it's going to be a little short one today. Just also focused on a lot cheaper stuff. There's going to be a lot of 5s, a lot of 10s, that sort of stuff. So we're going to have some fun with it. I'm actually really excited about a collection I just got. I didn't have time to get it processed for this sale. Actually, from our very own Uncle Lou, who is in here buying from me like pretty much every week. I visited his place. He had a bunch of sealed 90s packs that had never been touched. And like the big stuff had been removed, like New Mutants 98, 87, all like the expensive stuff, but I kept finding a lot of like good $10 books, like literally like 50 of them. So definitely gonna probably want to do some grading. I'm sure I'll probably sell some raws. So stay tuned for that next Sunday. Just immaculate condition books. So always love when I get original distributor packs, especially when they're like damn near 35 years old or whatever. So anyway, that was very long-winded. I'm sorry. Short sale today, so we'll just get it started. Last week we did A through Z. This time we're going to go Z through A. So we're going to start with our X-Men. Same thing like it always is. Book hits the wall. If you're first, and you say claim C or whatever, if you're first, you got it. It's that simple. The other thing, make sure you only have to fill it out once per show, but if you get a book, you have to fill out that link. Your first name, your last name, your username. I had a couple people forgot to do that form, and I was not able to invoice you. So please make sure you do that. Also, I'm holding about 10 piles or so just to allow you guys to beef it up. Because if you get 10 books, you get 10% off. You get 20, you get 20% off. Let me shut up and go get the boxes. All right, first box is pretty much all X-Men. And let's just get it started. Here is 118, first appearance of Mariko Yoshida, which is that the love interest of Wolverine? I think so. This one is mid to high grade, 118 Claremont X-Men. I also have another one that is the Whitman, which is pretty cool. This one's a little lower. That's all right. That one's going to be a little cheaper at 18 on B. Let me get my pen. And we'll get the party started. Oh, and I always forget to say, hit that like button. Also, we do have one non-pair pile. I'm going to have to open this up, and we'll have to resell some of that stuff. Probably the lamest excuse I've ever heard is from a non-pair. So please don't do that. All right, Mr. Palf, we'll get you started. Mariko Yoshida. We still have the Whitman up there. Next up, mid-grade. First cameo of Proteus in voice only, 119. Next, 125 is the technical first cameo of Proteus, mid 125 on D. This one's mid into high, 126. This is known as the first appearance of Proteus, or first full appearance of Proteus on E. So the excuse was that his co-workers had spent the entire 4 hours claiming up books for him. I'm sorry, but your co-workers aren't sitting there having conversations which only you and I could possibly have and claiming up your books. It was. I've heard a lot of excuses in the last couple of years, but that one was the silly goose one for sure. All right, mid-high 137, Death of Jean on F. All right, now here we get into my near mints. This is also a newsie. Remember last week had a lot of newsstands. I have first Brood and Brood Queen Newsies. I have 2 of them, although I could have sworn I had 3 on G. Half's going for first full. And I could have sworn I had a bunch of these, so give me a second. I might be able to find more. That is a near mint newsie, second appearance of Rogue, 158. And then I add a near mint minus, like just a pinch under right there on H. And then if anyone wants the mid grade, that's a nice cheapy 158 on I. All right, Mr. 300 gets F. Thanks, James. Fellow James. Frogger gets a G. Frogger. Gotcha. Half gets a C. Kilt. Kilt, did you have a pile? I really thought you did. Let me see. Bob's. Yes, right in front of my face. Okay, cool. Frogger again. I. Half on G. Good old X-Men. All right, then I have some gradable. Actually, looks like 1 gradable. First, Ilyana Rasputin. It is the newsstand. 160 on C. And then I have the mid-high 160 on A. I am seeing Palf. Just got that one. Let's see. Palf. And then we have the gradable near mint 161 origin of Magneto. We're going to park it on G. And I got my near mint minus just under there on H. Mr. Kilt is going to get an A, but I have 2. So Esmeralda and Kilt. Next up, solo Wolverine story. It might be the first solo Wolverine story. Near mint newsie 162 on E. 163 is the origin of binary near mint newsie A. 164 first binary. I have 2 beauties there. Also again newsies on C. Oh, I love having X-Men. If there's ever anything that sells faster than ASM, it might be X-Men. Alf. Frog. Origin and first. Nice. Then we have first Madeline Pryor. Beauty high grade copy. Newsy. 168 on I. 171 Rogue joins. Beautiful gradable candidates on, let's do E. I have 2 of them. Frogger and Palf are just crushing it today. So congratulations, you guys. Here again is the link. Frog gets another gorgeous. First, Forge and Naze. It's about a near mint minus 184 on C. Thanks, James. We still have that Whitman on B chilling there. All right, then we have my near mint Nimrods. 191s. Let's put those on G. Got 2 of them. Only have 1, but I had some near mint. 194, the Von Strucker twins on A. That's 300. I think it's a very 80s week. Everett Lee is going to get, looks like I. Everett, do you have a pile? I think we're starting. Radical. Kitty Pride says the N-word near mint 196. This is just Life Death Part 2. Near mint, but it's technically not a key. So $3 on I, issue 198. 199, first Rachel Summers as Phoenix, near mint F. Thank you, Everett. Thank you, Frog. A lot of people already coming up on that 20% off. I love it. That's great. All right, and then we have a couple Magneto becomes Headmaster near mints. That is X-Men Anniversary issue 200. Super crispy clean copies. I'm hitting you guys with a lot of gradable candidates today. Another one here. 2 dupes. First Cable as a baby. 201 near mints on G. 300 gets a D. And so does Mr. Nesmith. James, look at your sticker just took a hike. There we go. Thanks, James. I'm going to have to move this. You guys see what that is? I wonder if you can tell through the plastic. That is the ASM 300. That is going to be our 50,000 subscriber giveaway. So don't forget about that. I've still got it just chilling there, waiting for us to hit it. This one, different collection. This one's more like mid. First Marauders anniversary cover. Especially for a newsie, a near mint would be like 30. So we're going to do $8. Low grade is hashtag better than no grade. Thank you, Frogger. First, Sabretooth and Wolverine, near mint 212. And that is a newsie on F. First cameo of Mr. Sinister and Betsy Braddock becomes Psylocke in 213 near mint newsie. Then we have the first full appearance of, oh my God. Sometimes I turn on that camera and I forget my brain. The Adversary, there it is on J. Woo! Excuse me. All right, Mr. Neely gets a first Cable. Cable to Niels. Sorry, man, F, not G. No problem. No problem. All right. All right, so hold on. Give me a second. Frogger. 300 gets a J. Got it, Duder. All right, and then first Cable goes back up on G. All right, here we go again. We have, actually both of these are near mints. This one's the near mint newsie and near mint direct on I and J. That is issue 268. X-Men 268. Niels. And then we have two near mint bishops, 282 on F. And without sending a spoiler, that 90s sealed collection I just got in, there's 2 near mints. I think I just got another 50 or 60 near mints of this one book. So I might have like a little grading frenzy there. I don't really know, but it's going to be fun. Frogger and Mules. Don't forget this near mint Strucker Twins and this near mint Forged. All right, then we have a beautiful, the gold edition of 248, which is the first Jim Lee. 256 near mint. I actually always forget that. Is that Quantum Becomes Revenge? I think so. And then this one's first Psychic Knife. I forget. Near mint Newsy 257. Spoiling you guys with the newsies. Justin's on G. First appearance of the new X-Force, taking a big jump in time here. That's 493 on G. Why did I just get a text from my wife saying, is this out of budget for Valentine's Day? Whatever it is, probably. I will deal with that another time. All right. We have to do well today because my wife's already thinking about what gift she needs for Valentine's Day. Fantastic. All right. Boop doop doo. Where are we? Okay. So I and F. Wheels. I think D went to Frog. Let's double check. Frog got a D and a G. Mr. Kilt gets the direct. Right. I think we're caught up. Nesmith goes A and E. They are near mint. They are some beauts. You got a sexy box. All right, so I think we have no ASM or Batman today. We're pretty much doing like X up through like N. We did A through M last week. All right, X-Men Unlimited 47. Key Collector High 15. I would do them for 10. Classic Psylocke cover. There you go. Perfect condition. Early Deadpool appearance. Classic cover of Finn versus Cable. That's another Key Collector 15 that I always do for 10. Then we've got Classic Mystique cover. X Factor 108. That is perfect condition on A. Only one. First appearance of Dead Girl, X-Force 125. Near mint, very underrated, cool book. First Eli Bard, the new X-Force #1. And I love when I can say this, with the exception of B, and H is like a near mint minus, the entire wall is near mint. So we got a Frog on D. We have Niels on A. Gradable candidate, first Morph, X-Men Adventures on I, and I only have one this week, but hint, 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 wink at the camera, I just picked up like 20 in that sealed 90s collection. That being said, I may literally grade the entire batch, we'll see. What is B? That is the Whitman of 118. On B and H. And then 161. Classic X-Men #1 is a giant size X-Men reprint. Very cool. Special edition X-Men #1 is also a giant size X-Men reprint. What's cool about this is also the second appearance of the New Mutants. Everybody forgets that. I have 3 of those suckers. It's going to be Duplicate City for the next couple weeks. By the way, don't forget to hit that like button. Here is the link for those who need it. All right, let's keep it going for Stormcaster, X-Men Annual 9. Bone Claws, perfect condition, X-Men 25. Magneto rips his skin off or whatever, and it reveals that it's bone. Casbar. All right, I gotta write that down. Casbar, make sure you fill out that link. Most importantly, make sure you get your username right, because that's what I'll be looking up. And you get invoiced tonight. Thank you for your claim on H. Casbar, I think you're new. But if you get 9 more claims, you get 10% off. Keep it going. Then we have a claim on J. Thank you. Todd. Ross W. Ross, I feel like you got a file here somewhere. Let's see. Ross. Yep, found it. Nice. I can't believe Forge is still here. Someone get that out of here. Sweet. Casbar, I just do need you to fill that link out just once per show, please. Smaller key, first appearance of Kadra K. X. That is X-Men 90s run, 95. All right, here we go. First appearance of Lockheed. Every book here is near mint. The Newsy near mint. The Direct near mint. On D's and J. Palf gets Lockheed on D. $300 gets Lockheed on D. And don't forget about the near mint on J, but it's direct. Here's first cameo of Adversary on D. Guys, clean up some of these other spots. We can't have a full wall. Not on near mint X-Men Day. Let's go. Let's go. Get them going. Bry Guy G. Now, why am I not finding Bry? Bry Guy, do you have a pile or did we ship you out last week? I recognize your name. The Bry Guy. I'm going to start a pile. It's weird that I can't. Bry Guy. Okay. Find it later if you do have one. Joe's on C. Joe, you're right here. Welcome to the party. Thank you for your claim. Here we have some near mints. First Firestar. That is 193. Ooh, we got some glare on C. I have another 256 if anyone wants a mid-grade. This is 256 first Quantum. Nesmith gets 1. Oop, we're getting blurry. Hold on, let me fix that. Don't forget, if anyone ever claims the top row, you get a book for free. Anyone ever claims the bottom row, you get a book for free. If you ever claim the whole wall, I give you at least 3 books for free. Shouldn't have to say that on Near Mint X-Men Day, so let's keep it going. Lizard King, I recognize that, I think from last week, right? Lizard King. Lizard King, did you ship out last week, or am I adding to your pile? Lizard King, I don't see it, so we're going to start you on a new one. Lizard King _6. Okay, cool. Emily, welcome back. Thank you for our claim on CM. Guys, let me take a quick. Oh, Omar, here you are. I found your file. You're Texas. Okay. All right. Where are we? I got. What's this? First, this is a weird. I need 2 spots opened up on the wall, so I'll do a different book first. First, Negasonic Teenage Warhead. This one's like a fine, very fine. Normally like a $15, $20 book. New X-Men, what's it, 114? 115. $7. Let's get some of these spots cleaned up and gone, please. We have a full wall. Let's do something about it. I'm surprised these didn't move. I think that's another key collector, like 12 or something. I'm doing them for 7. Giant size X-Men reprint and second appearance of New Mutants. Again, I will reiterate, if you claim the top row, you get a book for free. If you claim the bottom row, you get a book for free. And if you claim the whole wall, you get at least 3 books for free. Wow. Okay. Boom. That does it. Maybe John. First appearance of Beak and Glob Herman on I. Smaller time key, that's 117 X-Men. Give me a second, guys. Anyone want to just say, claim the rest of the X-Men? I got 4 more X-Men books, and then we're moving on to something else. Excuse me. If you say claim all X-Men, I will give you 4 books for free, more than the typical 3 books for free. Justin gets X-Men. Hit him with a bunch of free stuff. Free. 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 First Megasonic Teenage Warhead, free. First Eli Bard, free. All right, that's enough. First Dead Girl, first Adversary. Nice. You got some cool ones in here, Justin. All right, folks. This one's out of order, but I have a gradable first Exo Manowar. Just one. Let me get the next box. All right, first Old Man Logan, high grade X-Men 66. First Spider Bitch, high grade. Oh, did I say X-Men? Wolverine 66, Wolverine 67. First appearance of X-23. If you know, you know. Near mid to high. Perfect condition, good for grading. Wolverine 75s. That's another Bone Claw related key. So we got John Nesmith on A. Couple claims on G. So it's going to go to Niels and 300. Here's a near mint newsie. First appearance of Silver Fox. Classic Sabretooth fighting Wolverine. Near mint, Wonder Man #1, the Sienkiewicz. Jeez. All right, finally some DC. Sorry it took so long. Wonder Girl #1. Cassie Sandsmark becomes Wonder Girl. It's also the first cover appearance of Wonder Girl. Wonder Woman 113. World's Finest #1, the new series, just in case you were missing #1. And now we are finally going to hit you with some DC up in here. I have a, is this Neil Adams? I don't know, but it's like mid 204. Wonder Woman and Superman team up in World's Finest. 12-cent World's Finest, mid-low 138J. World's Finest 12-center, mid-low 135, 1963 F. M, got A, next M, Mr. Fett, Bly Guy, '63 Kryptonite cover, Batman versus Superman, World's Finest 132, similar condition on A. Wow, I actually have two of that exact book. Weird Alien cover, 127. That's from 1962 on I. Ez is going to get one of the two. Thank you. I have another one. Bry Guy gets the other one. Bry Guy. Another Batman versus Super. This one's actually a 10-center. 1960. You got some water damage up there, so I would just say low grade. 1960 though, that's cool. It's issue 108 on A. Scott gets an R. Thanks, Scott. Ross gets a G and an H. Thanks, Ross. Scott, thank you again. I have a near mint. What if Venom had possessed the Punisher? It's What If Volume 2, number 44. Near minty on G. I also have another near minty. Let's take it to the 80s, 1984. First West Coast Avengers series on H. Giant size werewolf. First meeting of Werewolf by Night and Morbius. I got a mid grade, number 4 on I. I got another giant size. Giant size superstars. This is actually the first giant size, another mid grade on A. That's before they changed the title to Giant Size Fantastic Four. Number 1 is Giant Size Superstars. I got a Nesmith on I. Back to the gradables. First appearance of Scream, Phage, Lasher, and more. Lethal Protector 4 on I. Undiscovered Country number 1. It's like an option in the series on F. First Old Man Logan and Spider Bitch still chilling there. Not one of them has been claimed on D&E. Get them up, get them gone. Hal takes one. right, then we have War Machine's first solo series. This is a gradable candidate right there. That's one of the really fun foil ones. By the way, this has a kind of a nice 9.8 value, so watch out for that. First screen goes to Lizard. Sweet. Next up is Headmasters #1. I didn't actually write what the first appearance is. Is it just the first appearance of Headmasters? I don't know. That's on I. Oh, excuse me. I have two. Looks like one's a pinch higher grade than the other. This is like a near mint. This one might be near mint minus, something like that. So I have the 8 and the F, the 8 and the 5. Excuse me. Niels. Nick Ford on I. Nicholas Ford. I think we shipped you out last week. Yeah, I'm going to start you on this pile. Nicholas Ford. What's it? 7679. Sweet. Sorry. Put you right there. Okay, and then we have Transformers #2. It needs a clean more than a press, but I'm not seeing spine ticks. I think that clean would go an awful far away, maybe even put you at near mint. Second Transformers. I also have a near mint first Dinobots, #8. Here, look, I got lazy. Many first appearances. 2004's Tomb of Dracula, #1 near mint. Guys, give me 1 second. Put a little in the wood stove. All right. Again, someone claim top row, get a free book. Claim bottom row, get a free book. Claim wall, get 3 books for free. Let's see some movement. Just because I didn't put the dots in the corner of everyone, I will go over the ones that I think are gradable candidates. What does that mean? That means they're going to get at least a 9.4. C, D, E, J, H, G, and F. And I don't think I said that. So, cream of the crop condition here. Let's see some action. Laura Lee, it's just an option series, Undiscovered Country #1. To be honest, I don't know much about it. Okay. The Tick, original series #8. Great copy, too. Come on. Some good water there. There we go. 300 BAUD, you are for sure at 20% off, so that's awesome. Claim bottom row goes to Laura Leet. Laura Leet, I'm going to give you this $10 book for free. Thank you. All right. I have a mid to high grade, many first appearances. I didn't write it. Thunderbolts, #1. It's a hard book to get in. I don't see that very often. I get like a couple a year. All right, Silver Age, folks. Here you go. Low grade, Journey into Mystery 105. Wow. Nice and early. D. Mid to low grade, 122, Journey into Mystery. I. Thor, 128, mid to low. G. Thor, 133, same condition. First full appearance of Ego. And Count Tagore, with Ego right there on the cover. F. Origin of the Inhumans, mid-grade. Thor 12 center, 147. Or you could save us some time and just say claim all four, and I'll give you a few for free. Nesmith gets Origin of Inhumans. Let's do now the Origin of Thor, 158 mid. I always liked that cover. J. Condition on E. E actually just got claimed. They are both near mid. They are both gone. Evan PMC, did we get you shipped out? I think you shipped out last week, Evan. Make very plain. Wait, who was that? 300. And Ez, first full appearance of Ego. Thanks, Ez. Origin of Black Bolts and the Inhumans. I've got a mid-grade 12 center. That's issue 149 of Thor. Wow, there's so many Origin books in Thor. Origin of Galactus, 161. Mid-low. The Journey into Mysteries went to Everett. Mr. Gaysky on the J. Mr. Kilt on the Origin of Black Bolt and Humans. Burp. Excuse me. Lil Shady on D&E. Lil Shady, what is your what's your like name? I'm getting deja vu here. Lil Shady Day. I think you were here last week, right? What'd you get? You got, is that E? Bry Guy swooped up the first giant size. Bry Guy. Sweet. Thor 162, Origin of Galactus continued. I think that's the better cover. Thor 164, mid-grade, third appearance of him, or third cameo. First appearance of Athena, question mark? And I say that because it wasn't supposed to be the first appearance of Athena. They actually made a mistake in the book. It was supposed to be like, I don't know, someone else, and they accidentally wrote Athena. Oops. Shade 8. Thor continued. First Fire Lord, mid-grade. That is issue 225. With him right there on the cover. Gotta love it. 245, a gradable near-mint copy from the 70s of the first appearance of He Who Remains. I also have another great bondage cover here, high-grade 70s Thor. 279, Jane Foster bondage cover. Looks like that. First cameo of the Timekeeper is another high-grade copy of 282 on E. Bipolar on A. Corey right there. Lou got an H. Uncle Lou. Uncle Lou. Thank you, sir. Mr. Lee. Thanks, Everett. And then, okay. Near Mint Thor. First appearance of Malekith, the villain from the second movie. That's issue 344. Here we have a Near Mint Newsy. First appearance of, oh God, it's weird. I don't remember that axe. I forget. Beta Ray Bill's hammer. Fill in the blanks. Trask gets an I. Nice Trask. I also have the same book, but not Near Mint on I. That one's more like a very fine plus. Nerdy Bob, no, I did not. So I've kept about 10 people's piles or so. Just to allow them a chance. Yeah. Here's yours, looks like. Just to let them try to get to at least 10% off. It makes it a lot easier for me to do some holds sometimes. All right. Perfect condition. First appearance of Thor Frog. These are actually gradable copies. They are $365 on F. I have two. Shade A. Trask gets one. Another Thor Frog cover, 366. Beautiful high grade. 372 high grade. First appearance of the TBA, 9.4 or better. That's Thor 372 on C. Trask. Then we have Near Mint, first appearance of Night Thrasher and the rest of the New Warriors, 412. Very fine plus. First solo series of The Thing number 1. First appearance of The Aliens of Dimension X, DC 12 center, Teen Titans 16, books about a 4.5 on F. Justin going for the Near Mints today. Let's see. All right, then we have David Anderson 9968. So David. Thank you, David Anderson, for your claim on F. David, make sure you fill out the link. Boom. All right, Supervillain team up 9 mid to low. First fight of Iron Man versus Doc Doom on J. Supervillain team up number 5. First appearance of Shroud, mid grade A. Mid to higher grade, giant size Supervillain team up number 2. Awesome Namor and Doc Doom team up cover. The giant size as well. On F. The shade A. Then we have a one-shot from the 90s that somehow, even though I know Swamp Thing so well, I've never seen this before. It's a prestige format book. Wow. It's called Roots. There you go. I'm still learning in this hobby. So. And we do have a full wall, so we might need a little bit of a boost to get us moving here. Thank you, David. Nesmith gets an F and an A. Then we have Swamp Thing. Put these into Mylar because I love Swamp Thing. It is mid-grade, first Patchwork Man and Abbey Arcane. By the way, do you guys think Swamp Thing is underpriced? Because I certainly do, on A. Then we have a very high grade, number 5. It's a small key. This is the one where they finally give him some new powers, like regeneration and his connection to the green. Cool to see that stuff in the 70s. Anderson also got an A. Thanks, Dave. Nearing the end of our Swamp Thing, here is a mid to high grade number 6 robot cover on J. I have 2 copies on A, so you're going to have to say 10A or 8A. One of them was just a hair cheaper. You know what? I'll put the cheaper one on B. There we go. Nesmith. Did anyone get F and I like just missed it or something? Final Bernie Wrightson issue, number 10, mid-high J. 2 in Mylar, number 11. Always like that cover. Bondage cover. Both of them are mid to high on A. Looks like Corey got F. David gets one of the A's. Looks like John got the other one. Nothing on J, Bri. Swamp Thing 49. I actually forget the significance. Is this a first cameo Justice League Dark? I think so. That is near mid minus first cameo Justice League Dark. Thor continued. Tales of Asgard, a one shot from the 60s. Nicer end of mid grade. Tales of Asgard, number 1. You like zombies? Perfect Condition, Task Force Z. First appearance of Task Force Z, DC Comics. Taskmaster's first solo series, high grade copy, 2002. Let's put up the J. More 12-cent Teen Titans. These got a little out of order. Speedy Joins. This is actually a respectable copy. There is rust on the staple, which kind of hurts the fact that it's really nice shape otherwise, but there you go. That is number 19 on J. Don't forget to hit that like button. Looks like Kilt again on J. Can we do a little wall cleanup? We're starting to put the books on the same spot here. TMNT, number 9. It's the Looks at the first Casey Jones homage cover with the Archie run on J, the popular cover. Thing solo still right there. We have a 12-cent Thor still right here. We have actually some spicy Thor keys lined up in a row. Let's get those out of here. Justin takes the J. And then we have Mr. Marcus Henderson on B and Ike. Marcus Henderson, that is the first book for you. I'm looking for a pile, I don't see it. Thank you, Marcus. Bowers has an offer of a GHI for $20. I will do that. That's a nice little wall clearing. I'm a reasonable man. So we'll start a pile for you, Mr. Bowers. I have another TMNT. Number 14 from the Archie run on H. First appearance of Teen Titans Academy. Another Silver Age Teen Titans out of place. First new costume. And this one is a bit lower grade. So we're going to do just $10 on there. Classic cover. H is going to Justin. Where are we? Speeding Bullets. Fantastic one shot. There you go. Signed copy. Death of Superman. Death of Superman, second print, near mid. J, a G. Neil Adams, Superman 12 center, 208. Mid grade J. Little quick spout of Superman for you. That's a new name. Atomic Monkey. Atomic Monkey dash 42 is on B. Atomic Monkey, make sure you fill out that link. That will be how I invoice you, and it will be how I get it shipped to your exact address. Make sure you fill it out right. Thank you, sir. Also, if you get 10 claims, you get 10% off. 20 claims, you get 20% off. Stray Dogs, number one, extremely popular thing. 12-cent Tales to Astonish, 87. Relatively low grade, but hey, it's a 12-cent Tales to Astonish. Scott's taking a G. Welcome back, Fortunato 1964. Here we have a near minty first full appearance of King Shark. Is Superboy number 9. Mr. Bowers on Stray Dogs. Everett Lee. Mr. Justin. Linda Danvers as the shapeshifter called Matrix. Supergirl number 1, near mint. All-Star Superman number 1. Very popular run right there, near mint. Superman 201. I am so stupid. Superman 201. Superman 300, 2001. Superman 300 is the anniversary edition, which is the retelling of his origin. Another Neil Adams, mid-grade this time, 234B. Mr. Nesmith. Laura Lee. More 12-cent, mid-low 216. 1965, mid 174. 12-cent soup. Fortunato. Fortunato, don't forget to fill out that link. First name, last name, all that good stuff, please. Thank you. I don't think I saw the form filled out last week, so make sure you do that. Thank you. Weird Blonde Superman cover, mid-grade, issue 172. J. I will be right back. Sorry that took so long. All right, guys, we need to get some movement here. Someone claim the top row, get a book for free. Claim the bottom row, get a book for free. Claim the wall, get 3 books at least. Let's see something happen. Bowers gets an A. Thank you for helping clean up. In its place, I'm going to put a 10-cent soup, 1960. It's actually, for some tape down the spine, it's pretty good. 136 there. As you get into 60 and below, it gets a little jump in price. That is a classic Neil Adams cover there from Facebook, Zach. And we still have this third cameo of him and first Athena mid-grade for 164 up here on B. Still there. How's Superman looking? Is there a lot left? Let me find out. There is literally what is on the wall, Chan, and another first King Shark that I forgot to put up. That is the rest of the Superman. You want to do a super sweep? Hank's going to take an I. Thank you, Hank. Esmeralda's getting a G and a J. And the rest of the soups is going to jam. All right. Hey, you know what? Let's take a quick second. Let's do this. We're actually over halfway done the claim sale already. This is a little bit of a lighter week than typical. I have a bunch of really good leads this week, so I'm going to try to get them quick so I can get them rebagged and boarded in time for next Sunday's show. But let's go ahead and do a Dingleberry pile. This was a non-payer. Let's open that up and resell some stuff. We have a First Winter Soldier, which is Captain America #1, and it was a super rare newsie that we have to resell on B. One of those Conan movie special 1 and 2 newsie bundles on A. What else did he get? He got the high grade First Blackheart. He got a sharp looking copy of the first issue in which he got the Black Widow stories beginning, Daredevil 81. He got a perfect copy of the first Baby Darkseid and the second appearance of all the Dark Back Men. Bipolars on B. Violent Player. That's a new name. Thank you, Violent Player. Violent Player, make sure you fill out the link. Put your first name, last name, address. Make sure your address is perfect. You got an apartment number? Make sure it's there. Drop your username, too, so I can search by it. I'll get you invoiced after the show. Thank you for your claim. You got it. A. Corey got G. Nesmith got H. Rebecca got I. Wow, he left this off the table. A gradable first Deadpool solo issue. That's not nothing. A perfect first Whittle Wade Deadpool team up #1. This is some crazy books to not read. Remember this? We talked about this. This was like a $20 under fair market value. First Josiah X. Key collector high 45. I'm doing 25. Justin. Last few books. He had a near mint newsie, Night Stalker's first appearance of Excalibur, and First Future Foundation, and that's the variant on J. Okay. So yeah, we could clean it up. That would be great. That's all the stuff that this gentleman had me put in a pile and then disappeared on me. Bowers. Thank you, sir. Next box. Strange Tales 168. It's a little bit low grade. It is the final issue, though. Pretty cool. Final issue. Thank you, Kilt. Rebecca got an H and an A. Thank you, Rebecca. Grab that stack. First Yellow Claw. Lower, mid. That's 161. Second appearance of Contessa Fontaine. Mid-low, 162. Strange Tales. 165. Steranko cover. Mid, J. Someone get those Thors out of here. Also, I'm going to do something here. If this book doesn't sell, it's going to CGC. Thank you, John. Strange Adventures 216 Steranko Tribute from Neil Adams. That is a high grade copy. Very nice. I goes to Nesmith, B goes to Joe. First General Grievous, Clone Wars. Thanks, Rebecca. Corey. Strange Tales. First appearance of Raggador and Sidorak. It is low grade, 124 on I. Reason why I'm even below the key collector low is there's a cut right here. All right, second appearance of Clea, second appearance of Dormammu, first appearance of Eye of Agamotto, first Cloak of Levitation, you know what I mean. First Doc Strange versus Dormammu, low grade, Strange Tales 127. Hey. Alf. Second appearance of Shield. I could have sworn I had two of these. Relatively low grade, 136 I. First appearance of Caecilius and third appearance of Dormammu. It's also a Meet the Beatles homage. Low-ish grade, not bad though. 130. Oh yeah, here it is. Second appearance of Shield. This one was just a pinch nicer than I. Thanks, Ed. And then we have a Palf. Bry Guy. Awesome. Mr. Lee. Let me check on something. All right, sweet. This is a mid-grade Strange Tales, 133, mid to low. First appearance of Jasper Sitwell, mid to low, 144, maybe more low. This one's just low. Strange Tales 149. This one is respectable mid. First King Dwala and first appearance of the Serpent Crown. It's a notable one if you know that story. Submariner 9. I think that's the only Submariner we got today. Crap, I'm a little behind. Bry Guy, is that the most recent I? Everett, is that the most recent B? Somehow I got a little confused, so let me know. I have a backup claim on I just need some clarification. No, that was the previous. All right, so Lil Shady did get I. Okay. Oh, next pile. All the spawn that I'm putting up is near mint. Probably near mint to mint. So you might be looking at some 9/8s. Number 3, I literally don't even remember what the key significance is. Number 2, second appearance of Spawn. Claim all Spawn. Well, that was easy. I wish I had more. All right. Relatively low grade. Spectre 12 center. It is issue number 8 on I. I also have Spectre 22. First Alex Ross on DC. That's pretty cool. On A. Love that cover. Someone get C out of here. First TBA near mint. Getting tired of looking at it. And the scarce final issue of Spectre 62. Oh, I managed to make the glare worse. Never mind. Spectre 12 set, number 5. Great covers. Love it, love it. I was asked on condition on D and H. This one's like a mid-grade, mid-low. This one's like a mid-grade, mid-low, maybe more low. This one's a key, first Jasper, sit well. My last Silver Age Spectre is a mid-grade. It is a Neil Adams, number 2 on J. Bride Guy is doing D and H, and it looks like that's the last of the Strange Tales. A cool little whatchamacall digest size ash can from the 90s. Deep Space Nine for you Trekkies on D. A better grab it up quick. Looks like a 9.8 with a black spine. Star Wars droids. That's a good one. Zamboni gets a J. Zamboni, you see on I and A, I got some more Spectre. 12 center. Palf. And Zamboni gets an A. All that's left is mine. My favorite cover. All right, then we have Strange Adventures, which is not one I often get in. It is lower grade, 12 center though. 204 Strange Adventures, that's DC. Then we have the higher end of mid grade, maybe mid high, Strange Tales 152 on A. Strange Tales 155, low grade J. I got an Uncle Lou on A. These got out of order, but man, this is like the 4th one I've had today. I forgot this collection had a ton of these. Lower grade first Yellow Claw. Again, Strange Tales 161. We've had like 4 of those today. Not so easy getting multiple dupes of Silver Age. All right, let me grab the next stack. All right, there we go. Let me just check on my cat real quick. Give me 30 seconds. Dude, this is the first time I've actually put the wood stove on during a claim sale, and oh my god, it is so nice. I almost feel like taking a nap. All right, Everett, thank you. Strange Tales 166. Let's finish out our Strange Tales. First, Bolt Horde. Mid-grade, 166, maybe mid-low, 12 center. Hey, Bry Guy, thanks for joining. Real quick, Zamboni, because you got the other Spectres, I'm going to give you an offer. You want to take this guy for 10? I say it because you got the other ones. I'm happy to do it for you. Believe it or not, guys, we are like 2/3 through this. Strange Adventures 204 is H. Zach, thank you. Let's see a little action. Anybody want to do? If you claim the here, last strange shells, 164, mid-low, first Yandro. Claim top row, get a book for free. Claim bottom row, get a book for free. Thank you. I can't even put up another book, so we're going to have to do some clearing in order to do it. Mr. Corey, a Trekkie, deep down. Not a crazy discount, but let's do this near mint TBA. Let's knock that down to $50. I think I said 50. 15. Claim all strange tales. I think there's just there's 3 left. Who said that? Mr. Lou. Rock on. Thank you, sir. And Joe is going to get the C. Very nice. We still got our first King Nawala and first Serpent Crown on B. Here we have 2001 Space Odyssey. It's a mid-grade. $5, number 1. I do have some early 60s Golden Age size, interestingly. Space Family Robinson, 12 centers. There's number 8. Number 12. Spaceman, 1962, Golden Age size, number 2. Just something completely different. These are all mid-grade, mid to lows. Here's a mid-grade Son of Satan, number 1. First appearance of Possessor. Bowers, thank you. Luke. Here. First appearance of the Skrull Kill Crew. Perfect condition, actually. I have a couple near mint, still sealed. First Simpsons comic. Comics and Stories, number 1. Is that an I or a J? I think that's a J. Thanks, Joe. Silver Surfer, number 1. A Butte high grade on J. It gets an A. Man, I really should grade some of this stuff. Violent gets a J. I just got to find out where I put your pile, Violent. There you are. Near mint, Shogun Warriors, number 1. J. Yep, I thought I had another one. This one's like a near mint minus, maybe very fine plus. Same thing, but it's the newsy on I. Bowers. I'm going to shift this one down there, Jay. Full wall again. We're going to need to see some claiming in order to get it gone. Nesmith takes Space Family Robinsons. They are out of here. Nesmith, I'm going to just give you this guy for free. We need some open spaces on the wall. Needles gets first Simpsons. First appearance of Jacinda the Skrull, She-Hulk. She-Hulk 22, perfect condition. See. Shazam #2, first Talkie, and Mr. Mind in DC Comics. Mid-grade weird photo cover mix-up. First appearance of the Mandrill, Shauna the She-Devil, mid-grade 4. High grade, very high grade. In fact, Shadow #1A. First Shadow with DC. Wait, that's old news. All right, that D&I is old. Niels is getting that A. Nope, that was an old A too. All right, my brain is getting fried. Shazam goes to Zach. Thanks, Zachy Poo. Kilt. Leap. Nothing on D. Atomic Monkey gets an A. You're going to like the condition of that one. Atomic Monkey, what is that? You entered more recently. Atomic Monkey. Oh, there you are. Let's see. All right, then we have first Scarlet Witch solo series, perfect condition. Ooh, this is cool. First, Stephanie Brown as Robin. Robin 126. Here we have first Lockup, Robin #24, and it's a newsstand. And then Rex the Wonder Dog, 10 center, #46. It is low grade. Then Boney picked an I. Near mint, Nightwing gets great. D. Perfect condition, Noctera #1. Key Collector says it's like 15 or 20 bucks. I always do them for 10, as long as they're in perfect condition. Like that one. There you go. The No Prize book, an entire book dedicated to all of Marvel editing errors. Cool seeing Night Nurse in the corner there. Beautiful high grade, deep. Marcus Henderson, that was a little while ago. I gotta find you. Marcus. There. Fortunato, Lockup. Bowers. Nova #1, near mint, some sort of key, I forget. Here's first appearance of Nova, but it is low grade, maybe even very low grade, 10 bucks. Here's a high grade OMAC. First OMAC. First appearance of Sabak, who is actually the villain of the Black Adam movie. Not only is this a perfect copy, this is a signed copy. What the heck? Batman and the Outsiders #8 from 2004. That's kind of cool. What are you claiming there, Fortunato? Blues on D. Phantom Stranger, mid-grade 12, 15 center. It's a little shady on that one. Let's hit you with a near minty power pack. Number 1, first appearance of power pack, otherwise known as the only key in the entire run. You guys are letting some underrated stuff sit. Power Man, Iron Fist 66. It is mid to low. It is the second appearance of Sabretooth. Dirty Bob. Power Man 54. First appearance of Heroes for Hire. $4, mid-ish C. Shady. Here we have a mid-grade Red Sonja. Number 1, her first solo series. Great cover. A perfect copy, still sealed, first Ren and Stimpy in comics. Boom. Hit that like button while we wait. You know what, guys? I have to run and pee. Give me 30 seconds. All right. Let me hit the hand sanny. All right, welcome back. All right. We are actually, if I can show you real quick, what's on the wall, and then these 2 little stacks here are actually all we have to do today. That being said, I do have 1 long box that I was going to wait until next week to do. So what we'll do is, if we can get through every last book here, we will do that other long box early. I said this was going to be a very short claim sale, but I'm down to do it if you guys are, but we will need help. Yes, C is sealed. Bowers, thank you for your J. Then I have Near Mint Direct and Near Mint Newsy. First Terra, Titans, number 26. Finally, thank you. Another newsie. First Blackfire, C. And then the near mint newsie. That's the newsie near mint. Here's direct near mint. First Blackfire. Also, that's first Adrian Chase Vigilante. Justin's going for newsstand. We do have a full wall, so we need to get going here. Justin's also going for a newsie again. All right, near mint direct in its place. Double key. All right. I have 3 perfect copies. First Vigilante, Titans Annual 2. All of them marked for grading if they don't go today. There we go. Laura Leak's getting 1. Joski's getting CJ. And Justin. I sort of wanted 1 to grade, but good for you. You guys are doing great. Emily, I'm moving your pile over here. All right. Needs a clean, higher grade Titans 1. Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., 12 center, number 8, mid-low. Steranko cover. I actually don't know the answer to that. I don't know if Power Pack is good. No clue, I'm afraid. It is a perfect copy of Nightcrawler's first solo, and randomly I had number 2, so I bundled it. There you go. See? It's a 4-part arc. If I had all 4, I would have put it together. I only had 2. Thanks, M. All right, I actually need to get the wall cleared to do this weird final stack because they're all of one circuit. So let's see what we can do about getting this wall cleared. I'll give you 2 more books just to make it a full wall. I'm going to give you guys 2 big boys. A gradable first Jason Todd as Robin, but that is not why this book is valuable. This is a very popular story and cover. Batman 366, 1983, Joker is Wild. I also have a gradable Airboy number 5, Dave Stevens classic in Mylar on J. That's a Lou. All right, I have perfect condition, complete run of Man Without Fear, the Frank Miller, full run of Daredevil Yellow, the Jeff Loeb Tim Sale. You got Laura. All right, we need to get this wall gone. So if anyone does a full wall claim, I'm going to be extra generous right now because I got to get to this stack, which I can't do one at a time. I need the whole wall to put this thing up. So let me grab one book. I'll give you a whole wall. First person to do a full wall claim is going to be a total banger. All right, near mint. First appearance of Darth Maul. First appearance of like everybody there. That's the Wizard Star Wars half on J. That's a big book. I'm just tossing up there. Falcon's going to get that. Let me find a cheaper book to give you a full wall for. Give me a second. I'll only find like a $5 book or something. All right, first appearance of Daredevil's mom. There we go. Mark Fry. What's up, Mark Fry? I wanted the Darth Maul. Unfortunately, that is a book I get in extremely infrequently. Extremely infrequently. I'll do my best. Mark Fry, I'm going to give you a bunch of stuff for free. Boom. Free. Free. There's that power pack. Free. How you do it? Another one. Free. Man. All right. I'm kind of excited about this next super weird stuff that I'm putting on the wall here. This is stuff that I never see. Never. This is, they used to make these Spire Christian comics. They're wildly low print count. Mark made the wall claim while Darth. No, he did not. David Palfrey beat him to that. Please don't say that. That did not happen. Spire Christian comics. They're extremely scarce. If you actually go on eBay, a lot of them sell from anywhere for 10 to like 30 bucks. Pretty much doing every last one of them for $7. They're scarce. They're super weird. There's that famous Hansi, the girl who loved the swastika, was not in this. I'm sorry. All these bizarre, I forget if it was 70s or 80s, but very, very low print Christian comics. Just super weird, super different. Yankee Doodle. You could also just say claim all the Christian comics or claim wall, and I'll give you all of them. I'll give you a bunch for free. I don't think I've ever had that for you guys before. That's super weird, super different. And there's, of course, the link. Claim the weird wall to Laura. Laura, I'm actually going to give you 5 free ones. They're out there. They're different. But sometimes it's kind of fun to claim up the stuff that you never see. So there you go. Sometimes you can get a little numb, you know, as I buy a lot of collections. Sometimes you can actually get a little numb to Marvel and DC. Sometimes it's legitimately fun to go for weird and different stuff. All right, we are going to move on to what was supposed to be either Wednesday nights or next Sunday's stuff. We're going to do it now. Before I do that, welcome to the new and improved 90s gimmick. This is buy 4, get 1 free. There are at least 5 books in here instead of $25. We used to do them for 20. In the new year, all 90s gimmick bundles are going to be $15. And just like last year, there's going to be plenty of ones in here with like a Venom Lethal Protector or an Amazing Spider-Man 365 that are books that are already over $20 right there. So it's a fun mystery box we do. You could just say claim G, H, or C, or you could say claim 90s. I don't have many, but there you go. Love it. Love it. Justin's getting one. 300's getting one. Joe's getting one. Marcus is getting one. Frogger is getting one, and I can actually tell from the cover that's a good one. Only 4 more. Emily's getting one. 3 more. Ross is getting one. 2 more. Ross. Where are you? Ross. There you go. Tyrannos. Tyrannos, do me a favor. Make sure, I've seen you before. Just make sure you fill out that link. I can't remember these stinking usernames, so just do me a favor. Thank you. And actually, Justin, you are getting the last one. So awesome. And Justin, it looks like we're bumping you into a short box. Okay. Oh, down here. All right. Here we go. Now the start of next week's box. High grade Alpha Flight #1 Newsy. It's not quite a 9.4. I do think it's in the 9s. And it's a Newsy. Amazing Heroes number 83 went first X Factor. And it actually came out the same week as the X Factor #1. Gee. Todd McFarlane interview that was continued from a Spawn 1. Amazing Heroes 2. Amazing Heroes, the swimsuit special. Apparently, the indie crowd is a big fan of that one. Emily on E. Frog. Astonishing Tales #1, mid to low, first of the series. Oh, we do have a big one. I forgot. We do have a big one for you. Hold on. Moreno, thank you. Near mint set of the entirety of the Dark Knight Rise Returns. Now, James, I thought you've sold perfect copies for $200 before. Yes, this one is the second printing. 2 through 4 are all near mint first prints. This is a second print of book #1. So it's 120 instead of 200. And Boney. Here's a weird one here. Signed and sketched Zombie Cap, The Death of Captain America. That's pretty cool. $40. I never know what to price that stuff for. We're going to get into some Captain America. I have a mid-grade 20 center, 151. Here's a 35 center, non-key, 215. 228, 35 center, high grade, 5. Mid to high, 238, 40 center, I. 50 center, Hulk versus Cap, mid, 3. Tyrannos is just doing a cap sweep. I think I just moved the camera back so Tyrannos, do you want all the caps? I have some more that I was just about to put up, or did you just want the caps on the wall? Let me know. Houghton, they are all first prints except for number 1. It is a second print. It's also gone. Let me know, Tyrannos, about those caps. All right, next up we have a perfect copy, second Echo, first cover, volume 2, number 10, Daredevil. Daredevil, mid-grade, maybe mid-high actually, 35 center, 152, non-key. And Tyrannos, you were going to let me know about the rest of the caps. Grunge, Madman. Let's see. Tyrannos, are you claiming all the cap? Let me know. All right, then we have this ridiculous 6 times oversigned platinum deathmate thing. I mean, what the heck? That's pretty cool. An image. D. 1960 Donald Duck. Pretty good shape, too. Tyrannos, we're waiting to hear from you. Are you claiming the rest of the Captain America, or was it just the wall? Let me know. George. I need to know because I need to know if I'm putting up more cap before we get too far. George, thank you. Evan. That was a Evan. Found it. Nerdy Bob C. I am on mute. I don't know what that means, but if you're able to type, please let me know. Are you grabbing the rest of the Captain America, or were you just grabbing the wall? Please let me know. All right, then we have, did no one get B? All right, 8 billion genies. I actually also had 2, but just number 1. Key collector's still saying it's $30. I'll do it 20. Jim Shooter, rest in peace, signed Fatale book. I didn't know what to price, so I just did 15. Thank you, sir. This is a 4-part arc. Unfortunately, I had 1, 2, and 3. I don't have 4. Nice copy, some keys in there. G.I. Joe Transformers. Team Up book. There you go. Tyrannos, my man, thank you. Chan, thank you. All right, I'm going to give Tyrannos a freebie for that. Thank you. So Tyrannos, I'm going to give you first Hoskins as Bucky, free. All right, I'm going to move these down. All right, here we go. Here's my Godzillas. 2024, they actually made a 1 in 25 variant of Godzilla #1. They consistently sell for $25. You know how I treat those variants. I typically do them a lot cheaper than how you find them, so we're doing 15 bucks. Mid-grade, Godzilla number 2, 10. 3 versus Champions, 7 bucks. 4, first Dr. Demonicus, 5. 6, 7, or you could just say claim all Godzilla. Mr. Wade. $16. 17. They're all mid-grade. Some of them are a little bit higher, but whatever. Any GI comp? No. No. I'm afraid not. Again, this week sort of was like a little bit more low-key. A little bit of a focus more on like cheap, very affordable books, I'd say. Next week will be more of a standard. Thank you for your claim on all the Godzilla. Bob. Oh, this is important. Bob's. Make sure you fill out the link. I searched by your username last week and I did not find you. Make sure you fill out that link. Thank you. Thank you. All right, guys, we're doing great. Here is a high grade. First Joe Fixit, Newsy. On D. Mid-high, 200. It's just an anniversary edition. It might be an origin as well. Hulk. Perfect copy. Get ready. This is a hot one. Masters of the Universe 1, The Invincible Preview. Wait for it to hit the wall. $300. Thank you. Tyrannos got Eve. George. Now I just gotta find where I put it. There you are. Okay. What's up, Mr. Roger? All right, I have a bunch of Moon Knight. Mid-grade 2. 3, high grade, first Midnight Man. High grade 4. Mid-grade 5. Let me just try to bang these out. 6. 7's a little lower. 9. I had an incomplete run of the 80s Moon Knight run. Did I miss? You did. Yes. Emily is going to get number 2. Tyrannos gets E. And actually, Emily's just going to do a clean Moon Knight sweep. So I'll give you a couple of those for free. M. All right, a big one. Good enough to get graded. Signed by the writer. The first plat cover of Mark Spectre, number 55. $100 book on its own. This is a near minty to mint. This one is just signed by Terry Cavanaugh, the writer. It's 125 on H. Mr. Bowers gets the bundle of C. Here we have a high grade, but instead of $40, we're doing 20 because we got a dog ear right there of a Mortal Kombat Zero. That's a tough book. Let's see. Here we have a very high grade but non-key Kirby New Gods 11. Oh, I did have more Teen Titans. Relatively high grade. Newsy, First Brother Blood, First Night Force, many more things. In a Titans 21. Thank you, pal. Very high grade. First Cassandra Nova, New X-Men 114, the villain of Deadpool 3, the movie. Ross goes for the New Gods 11. Here we have a relatively high grade Newsy Rocket Raccoon's first solo. Oh, I forgot I had this book. Okay. Perfect Condition Saga #1. Good enough to get graded. Nice 9.8 on that. I'll be down here. Look, I got a couple expensive books there. Here we have a quadruple signed Simpsons comic with a Homer sketch on there. That's pretty cool on D. By the way, I think that's the first time I've had a Saga #1. And it goes to, first of all, Nerdy Bob, you got C. What we got? Pilgrim, Roger Pilgrim. Round of applause. That's a good one. Thanks, Roger. Everett Lee gets an Astonishing Tales 1. Hollis Mason is going to get D. Just beat out our Corey there. Hollis Mason, I think you're a newcomer. Oops. So you have to fill out that link. Hollis Mason, capital N-O. Make sure you fill out that link below. You're putting your name, your last name, your address. If you have an apartment number, make sure it's on there. Also, get 10 more books or 9 more books, you get 10% off. 20 more books, you get 20% off. Thank you, thank you. Where the heck is that? Atomic Monkey gets G. Atomic Monkey there. Tyrannos. This is not a key or anything. It's just a one-shot Sin City that was one of those wizard hats with COA. Kind of cool. It's called Just Another Saturday Night. Oh, I knew I had another one. Silver Surfer. All right, folks. Give me 1 second. Neely, I'm bumping you into a short box, by the way. Let me just do that now. Easier. Give me a second. Okay. Uh, Trask. Here's a weird one. DC Spotlight #1. I have 2 high grades. It's actually the preview of The Watchmen, and people like to count it as the actual first appearance of the comedian and blah, 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 Dr. Manhattan, all that stuff. So there you go. I got a Neely and a Torrance. All right, making our way downtown, walking fast. All right, Green Lantern Annual #1. It is a parody of Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm not even going to name the character. It's a weird one. C is First Watchman. First technical appearance of the Watchman. All right, then we have, this was like a mid-grade with tanning. It's a newsstand. First Bloodsport and Maggie Sawyer. And I bundled it with a high-grade First Bloodsport 2. That's a Bloodsport thing there. First Gen 13, Death Made Black, perfect copy. I have a mid-grade Convergence #2. First appearance of John Kent. Tough one to find there, $8. A Superman 1 homage by George Perez, Action Comics 643, near mint from the 80s. I have a pretty sharp-looking copy, not key or anything, 1965 Lois. Really good colors and everything. It's issue 63. Justin's getting A. Emily gets a G. I'm seeing an F goes to Nesmith. Eric Hill just missed that one. That's all right. Uncle Lou just missed that one. That's all right. Artemis is not just first solo series. It's actually the full solo series. It was a 6-part arc. And there it is on G. It's called Artemis Requiem. I have a mid to high first Star Wars comic. This is the Whitman variant on A. High grade classic Jim Lee Superman Wonder Woman makeout cover, but this is a newsstand. Nice. I got Nesmith on A. We've already just missed that one. That's all right. Fortunato. Then we have first Mr. Teeth and Gunsmith. It's also the first new creative team on Batman after Tom King's run. First appearance of Brimstone. Perfect condition. F. Well, when you get the yeah, Silent as Night. I typically leave the stickers on. Mr. Strillick. Absolute Batman Annual #1. I can't believe these go for at least $20. It's like Batman versus the white supremacist people. Oh, you meant F, not G. I'm sorry, I'm dumb. Let's go with E. There we go. A little shady. Not that one. Wow, a lot of people like that book. A lot of people seem to like this one. Absolute Batman 15. It's that crazy Joker one. By the way, Absolute Batman goes hard. I actually genuinely do think it is matching the hype. I have to say, it's pretty awesome. Half and Zamboni. Half. Let's see if I have any more. No. I swear I had some Absolute Batman in here. Let's see. Another recent one, Battle Beast #1, First Prince Salaka. Sure. I haven't read the new Battle Beast series. A fun art germ, Ghost Pepper. I love their art germ covers. That's a perfect copy on that. Cover price. This is cool. Cyblade She #1, which a lot of people know is actually the first appearance of Witchblade. In fact, I actually think it's one of the most underpriced 90s keys. I think the collecting guides need to update it. This is a signed copy. That's like what I feel like the regular price should be. But they say it's like a $5 book, but that's a signed copy on Jay. Frog, got that one. The brand new Robert Kirkman series, just cover price. It's just called Skin Breaker on Jay. Let's get some wall claims. I got a lot of the stuff being put on the same spot. Get this stuff out of here. Hold on. Those of you who may have joined a little bit late, if you claim the top row or the bottom row, you get a free book from whatever row you claim. If you ever have something like this where there's like a really fat, expensive book on there, I'll probably end up giving you 2 of the $5 books for free. And again, if you claim the wall, you get several books for free. Emily, this is so Tom King ended his run at 85. 86 is the start of the new arc, and it is a key, Mr. Teeth and Gunsmith. Key Collector says it's $10. I've had it in enough. I've started doing it for 8. I think we even had one last week. Someone said Absolute Batman goes for 50. What a deal. Here's the problem. Give that like a couple months and it'll be down. You know what I mean? It's cover A. Cover A stuff. It's only like a month or 2 or 3 old. Honestly. I really think things need to bake for a few years before they start going for that ridiculous of a price, you know? Be careful spending $50 for a book that came out last week. That's goofy. Emily. Okay, War Journal #1, and it's a newsie. Sometimes these books are enough to go for 15, 20 bucks. This one's not perfect. It's like a very fine plus. So I bundled it with a Warzone #1. A. So War Journal and Warzone 1 bundle. Let me fix the screen. Boom. I'm going to give that one to Emily, who gets a claim on the top row. I'm actually going to give you 2 books for free. Why not? Lectra's first solo series, high grade E. Absolute required reading. In addition, it's also a couple keys. First Nuke Brody, first Arkham Knight. But Detectives 1027. Anniversary read. It's just fantastic. Couple first appearances in here. That's that Felker Martin series that actually got canceled after issue 1 after she had some rants about Charlie Kirk that were in bad taste. And so DC fired her. And then they canceled the rest of the series, and now that book has exploded. And then I only have 1 and 2, but I do have Batman 3 Jokers, cover A's. At least I think that one is cover A. No, that one is a variant. That one is a variant. Evan? Mr. Ford, nice. Now I just gotta find where you're. Oh, right here. By the way, I'll say it a couple times, but if your pile is like 1, 2, 3, or 4 books or so, I'm probably gonna hold your pile until the following week. I really want to give everyone a chance to get at least 10% off. All right, not necessarily, but you know, or at least. All right, let's see. All right, where am I? Phantom Frog, we're not doing that today. Nope. All right, in case you guys were missing it, this is the brand new 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 is a key. It's first appearance of Minotaur, the brand stinking new Batman series, which I only read issue 1. Thought it was pretty good, but I need to see a little bit more. All right, first Lilith, first cameo of Midnight Suns, sealed near mint. Key collector says it's 25. I've historically done them for 15. And then another one, Key Collector says that's 15 or 20. The first full Midnight Suns, I've historically done them for 10. John gets a C. Fraction on Batman. Who knew? Cable number 3, first appearance of Weasel. I should have put that on C. One of the bigger books of last year. Now it's coming down pretty much cover price. Ultimate Wolvie 1. Claim C. Claim C. Fortunato C is Wolverine, not Batman. Deadpool Batman number 1, a Hulk 340 homage on J. We got a full wall, folks. Let's do something about it. This is a Chew cover. People like Chew covers. There you go. Black Cat number 1. Cover price, you know, variant. Justin's on that. Hey, Justin, speaking of which, I know you're an art germ guy. There's F. Still sitting there. Mr. Ford. I got an Eric Hill on an F and a J. Eric Hill, did you have a pile? Or is this, I feel like this is the first one. You at least got F. J's gone, but you got F. I got a Neely on E. I'm going to move 28 and 31 to A and B. GT Oberfest. GT Oberfest. Gets the full run of Artemis. GT Oberfest, you just got to fill out that link. First name, last name, blah, 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 all that good stuff. Eric says he did have a pile. Oh, shoot. I botched that link. Hold on. Don't use that link. Here. That link. There you go. All right, so Eric Hill, I got to find your pile. Eric Hill. Oh, here you are. All right. Near mint, Bane breaks, Batman's back, Death of Soup in polybag copy. The Kevin Smith Green Arrow near minty #1. The Nightwing Rebirth #1, first appearance of Raptor. One of my favorite covers ever to feature the Huntress. Huntress #2. It's just an amazing cover. It was in my video of best covers of characters from like a year or two ago, whatever. I got a Newsy first Calypso cover, Daredevil 310 high grade. Justin again. What is this? I have a sealed Robin Volume 2 collector's pack. Sealed copy. Never been opened. All variants in there on G. First appearance of the Dark Stars near mint. That was a fun run. In the 90s, I was a big DC Cosmic guy, Green Lantern, all that stuff. That was a fun run. Nobody talks about that run. Nobody, I think, remembers that run. Here's my absolute bats. First absolute Catwoman. You know, just cover price. That's 13. Here's 14. First full absolute Harley Quinn. J. Shady got J. See that. Neely got G. Whatever happened at the Cape Crusader? Classic stuff. G. Emily got an F. There's Raptor. X-Force 22, perfect condition for Sluggo, who's an ally of Deadpool. Kev. All right, we are getting down to it. Very recent book here. What's this? Black Cat #5, the Adam Hughes. Still doing that for cover price, but remember what I said about Adam Hughes covers. They get an aftermarket value almost immediately. Be ready. Then we have Daredevil Yellow. We sold the full run. If you want just the first book, there you go. Thor 363. I should have put this with the other Thor frogs. This is the actual first Thor frog, and it's a book that I think is horribly underrated because of that fact. It's also the first cover of Curse. The very final panel is him getting turned into a frog. All right, I think we're caught up. In its place, I have a mid to high, maybe more high than mid, Warlock 20 cent. It's issue number 8. Look at this, guys. This is all that's left. The wall and that stack is all we got left. We are making a killing. The very last book I'm putting up tonight is pretty expensive. Let me go take another tinkle. I'll be right back. All right. All right. We are close to saying that we have sold everything. So let's see if we can get there. That's hilarious. Love it, man. All right. Don't forget, you ever claim the top row, you get a book for free. Claim the bottom row, you get a book for free. If you ever have a row with a big, scary, expensive book, you're probably going to get a few things for free. Justin gets first Gen 13, perfect copy. Thank you, sir. What's up, Craig? Here's a Warlock 14. So now we got 8 and 14, same run. Card isn't working. That makes sense. You haven't been invoiced yet. You're just filling out a link. You're putting in your information so that I can invoice you. You're not paying for anything yet until you actually get the invoice, all right? First print Walking Dead #1. If I had a first print Walking Dead #1, you guys would know about it. It would be at a claim sale. No. Does anybody have a first print Walking Dead? No. And honestly, if I did, that is the type of book that would move within like the hour, much less the week or even the day. That does not last long. I've never had that before. Never. Tyranno's Fix G. Thank you, sir. And then I think my last Warlock is number 2. A strong mid-grade G. Hank, that's dope. Which would you be more excited to find, Invincible or Walking Dead? Here's the thing. Invincible #1 in a 9.8 has a $5,200 9.8 value, whereas Walking Dead #1 is about $2,700. So Invincible is literally double the value as Walking Dead #1. That being said, I have actually had an Invincible 198, and I've had 2 9.6s come my way. I have never had a Walking Dead 1, so I would actually be more happy with a Walking Dead #1. As crazy as that sounds. We have a mid to high Newsy Classic Eric Larson ASM 346 G. Mr. Strylick. Little shady. I'm surprised by these. First Lilith, cameo Midnight Suns, first full Midnight Suns, perfect condition, sealed, 15 and 10. Meatball. Yeah, I'll do that. Do you even have a pile, or is this your? I think that's your first book. All right, so Meatball, Mario. There you go, meat. Let's start it. You got it. We are winding down. All right, here's a mid to high. First, Cletus Cassidy, ASM 344. That book is almost unrecognizably cheap these days. Perfect copy, Web of Spidey 81. First Bloodshed, minor character, but he's on the cover. And that's a newsie. Nesmith gets C. Volume 2, ASM 35. Aunt May finally learns his secret. Why is H priced that way? This book on its own, first of all, is actually about $125. So there's just that, as long as it's a 9.8 candidate. This is like a $300 or $400 9.8. This is signed by Terry Kavanaugh. So not only is it near mint, it's signed. Meatball again on E. All right, John, sorry. John, you're 2/3 full when you're short. Bride Guy gets a G. Deadpool 56, classic cover. Kind of hard to get. Deadpool and Siren cover. High grade. Very high grade. First Puma, 256. Another book with a practically unrecognizable price tag these days. That is, you want to talk about one of the most undervalued books of the 80s? Got to be that one. Tyrannos. I'm seeing Lil Shady. All right, then we have a near mint. Second appearance of Deadpool. That is the Newsstand. X-Force 2. Black Panther 4. First White Wolf. E. I think we had that one of those last week. Black Canary's first solo series. Near mint G. Bride Guy. Hankton as Prime. Storm becomes a vampire, mid to high, 159. Kill. Woo! Gotcha. Cable and Deadpool, $30 book. I'm doing it for $20. 2004. Team Ohana, I recognize that one. Team Ohana. Richard, gotcha. Adding to your pile. Keep it going. First meeting of Moon Knight and Punisher, near mint 1989 Punisher Annual 2. Mid-grade Vision Scarlet Witch. It's their first solo series and first appearance of a character called Sam Hain. I. Emily takes a G. We got a Punisher fan. First appearance of Albert and LCD, 37 and 38. Wolverine. Tyrannos. Marvel Tales, $235, $15 book. I do them for $10. Todd McFarlane cover. frog. Wheelie. Got here. High grade. First appearance of She-Hulk. Newsy. In Mylar. In thick Mylar, even better. First cameo. First full appearance of Ravager. Rose Wilson, the daughter of Deathstroke. All right. George. John. Oh my gosh. I remember at the very, very, very beginning of the sale, I said we sold all our X-Men 155s, and I thought I had a third. Near mint 155. First Broods and the Brood Queen. It's back. Near mint to mint. Here's a near mint. First appearance of Ecstatic, and it's the super scarce Newsy. Near mint minus. First Jubilee. X-Men 244. We somehow got separated from our X-Men box. Super high grade. First appearance of Sharon Ventura. And then 35 is when Sharon Ventura becomes Captain Marvel or Ms. Marvel. And after this wall, I literally have like, what's that, 6 books left to show you. That's crazy. Crazy we're getting down there. Give me a second. What's today? What do you take? I can't take 100 for H, Tyrannos. The problem is I do genuinely think it's a 9.8, so it's going to go out and get graded if it doesn't go today. All right. Oh, we do have a claim. Let's see. Shipping starts at $10. And typically it's between 10 and 20, depending on where you are. Like California is pretty much always going to be 20. There's a reason why I hold all California piles, because I really like to give you a chance to get to that 20% off. Meatball Mario has an F. Nice little cheapie. I think I saw a G to a Mr. Marcus. Micah. So basically took 25 off. I wasn't doing any grading. It was ridiculous. L-Band, can't do it. This year, I actually am going to do some grading. You're going to see, I don't think I'm going to be able to get the video out tomorrow, but I'm going to try to get the video out on Tuesday. Our very own Uncle Lou, who is actually in here right now, I visited his house. He has a basement full of 90s books that have never been touched by customer hands. They're all in sealed packs. Immaculate condition. I couldn't find a spine tip, couldn't find a corner blunt, anything. So definitely makes me want to do some submitting. Like there were 10 copies of Blades for solo series. I think you guys know that's a really good 9.8. Bunch of Venom Lethal Protectors #1s, some Infinity Gauntlet #1s, some good 9.8 potentials. So I think I am going to do some grading this year. So we'll see. Palth got an H. Oh, guys, round of applause to Palth. That's a hell of a book. Marcus is going to get A, First Lilith, sealed copy. And now it's down to just First Midnight Suns on B. We still got this X-Force 116, first X-Static. Newsstand. All right, we're going to end the night, Marcus. Thank you. Let's do our gradables. Cap 6, First Winter Soldier, going to get graded if it doesn't go today. First Mockingbird, Marvel Team Up 95, going to get graded if it doesn't go today. Spectacular 90, tied for Black Suit, going to get graded if it doesn't go today. Then we have a classic John Byrne, She-Hulk 40, going to get graded if it doesn't go today. Then we have a very high grade Iron Man 47, which is a classic cover and origin, going to get graded if it doesn't go today. And finally, we have about an 8.0 ASM 400. I just said 400. 300, excuse me. I'm being dumb. All right, let's see what we got. All right, Bipolar starts us with Winter Soldier. Then we had 300. A lot of people wanted B. Justin beat a lot of people to G. Uncle, no, never mind. George got an A. Shady got an F. By the way, congratulations to Lil Shady. That's a hell of a book. Yeah, Kev, I'll do that. And then literally, this is all I have left for you guys. So we got First Sluggo, perfect condition. Near Mint, Daredevil 310, Calypso cover, and Newsy. Cable Deadpool, it's a $30 key collector high. This is Near Mint, and I'm doing 20. And then we got our first Mockingbird gradable on A. That's it for the night. Looks like Uncle Lou got Mockingbird. So who wants to grab up B through D? As I say, we sold every last item. Tim, all I have is Green Lantern books. So I have literally no non-Green Lantern slabs to sell. So I think a slab sale would kind of be a bit one-sided. I don't know if anyone would like that very much. But once I start getting some slabs in on the new year, yeah, we'll do some stuff. We have 2 books left. Let's say we did it. Let's get it all gone. I'm seeing Emily is going to do a clean sweep. And because of that, Em, I'm going to give you Sluggo for free. Okay. Now look at this. I've got quite a lot of invoicing to do, so please be patient with me. It typically takes about 5 to 6 hours, if not more, to get the invoicing done. So just be patient. It will get done. As always, thank you. Not everyone's going to get billed. I will be holding some piles. So if you don't see your invoice, don't freak out. Sometimes I hold your pile. Like if you're in California, because shipping sucks to get to you, I will probably hold your pile. If your pile's like under 20 bucks, I'm probably going to hold your pile. Yeah. For short box people, if you're this far in a short box, like you're 2/3, I'm going to hold your pile until you fill that up. So stuff like that. There'll probably be like 10 of you that have a hold on pile. Other than that, yeah, we're trying to do a sale every Sunday. As long as I'm still able to get out there, foot the pavement, and actually get collections in, we will be able to do this. So, yeah, rock on. Love you all. Thanks for a great one. I'll see you next week and keep on hunting.